Well, folks, it's been 2 years in the making, and I can't believe the Deep Eddy Raceway is here, and I finally get to say, Theodore Braves, you made it! In a limousine, no less. Hey, sorry the chopper couldn't find you at the airport.
What's with the little red button that says Diecast Illuminati? I couldn't bring myself to press it.
A button? What? Wait, look, we don't even have a limo? My guess is those doors are locked. I think we ought to get you out of there.
I think I'd like that, yes.
Welcome back to Live Young Diecast. I'm your host, Lone Star.
And I'm Theodore Braves.
And this is round one action of VANS Gone Wild. Well, Theodore, happy trails coming all this way, I hope.
Happy trails indeed, Lone Star. It's a tournament of 2-year-old vans with expired graphite. How could I miss this?
These guys definitely needed a bit of a tune-up. Well, Theodore, would you do the honors and introduce the first driver for round one?
It would be a privilege. A giant welcome to James Ironbeard driving in Vandalism. I do love a good pun. Racing for Ironbeard Customs in that Dodge van weighing 82 grams.
All right, up next is Flip driving Soccer Mom, and I imagine the goal is to get there ahead of schedule. He's got 78 grams in that aerodynamic Honda Odyssey for Flip's Racing.
The Crazy Canuck driving in Suburbanator. Gosh, I love these names. He drives for the A-Team in that Dodge Caravan weighing 103 grams. My goodness, that's a heavy ride.
Oh, indeed. He's one of the heavies that came in. All right, last up, it's Arlo driving Space Invader. He's got 88 grams in that custom Dodge for Arlo Racing. We'll get him in the grid for race one.
Here we go.
Lights are going off. Arlo is in the back with the Crazy Canuck, and that's Flip in pole position with James Ironbeard on the front outside. The group will head into the Pennybacker Bridge for the first time on the new Deep Eddy Raceway. They'll line up out of the turn. James Ironbeard looking for a pass on Arlo. He won't get it. They're into the final set of turns and into the straight.
Oh, wow. Pass by Ironbeard, hit by Canuck. Wow. A wild start to Vans Gone Wild. Feels fitting.
Well, I concur on that point. They've already gone full wild, and it's only lap one. So Flip coming in first with James Ironbeard behind. Now, Theodore, do you want the good news or the bad news first?
The good news, please.
Okay, trick question. It's all good news.
Oh,
that's a sub-14 time for Flip. He should be jazzed about that. And the Crazy Canuck takes the guy out, but he does it trying to jump over Arlo for third place. Let's see how this plays out.
Yes, a wild first lap here at the new Deep Eddy Raceway, and I have to say, it's a blast. Flip taking a giant lead, quite the statement out of the gate. The rest of the drivers staying close. Arlo edging ahead, might make a run for first, but he spins out. Ironbeard stealing second, boom, hit by Canuck. And through the chaos, I've missed who took third.
We'll take a look at that, but first, feast your eyes on that subtle adjustment of the steering wheel by James Ironbeard right here as he whizzes by a dizzy Arlo. And then we have Crazy Canuck living up to his name, trying to use Arlo as a ramp.
They were awfully close.
And it almost works out. That is really close. Arlo taking third place. It leaves Crazy Canuck with one. Flip taking the win, and of course James Ironbeard sneaking by for second. All right, we jump into race two. Arlo is in pole position with Flip on his outside. James and Crazy Canuck in the back.
Arlo starting with a slight lead in pole position. Flip passing in the first turn, taking another commanding lead. Ironbeard spinning out and slowing. Arlo steady in second but not catching up. Flip is charging. Arlo spins again, this time maintaining second. Canuck passes right at the finish, dealing third place. Fantastic.
Now several things are going to happen to get the spins. It'll be weight placement, it's the line into the finish, and it's also just fat track. It's a symptom of the beast.
A symptom of the beast, I like that.
Arlo in pole position, he'll lose it on the exit of turn one to Flip. You got James Ironbeard almost losing his third place spot to Crazy Canuck. Flip comes through for a commanding win. Arlo spins out yet again, still manages second. And there's the highlight right there. The Crazy Canuck hammers down to get a win over James Ironbeard, who spins out. We'll take a look at the finish line cam. And here comes James hitting the sidewall, and that will cause his spin and opens the door for Crazy Canuck to sneak through and take third place points from James Ironbeard.
Okay, let's look at the leaderboard. Flip consistent with 8 points. That's our leader so far. It's anyone's game at this point, and it's 8 laps of racing. It's a long game. Volatility will be their enemy. Consistency will be their ally.
It's beautiful and poetic perspective from the man at the helm of the Skyway Diecast Racing Club. At Arlo up front with the Crazy Canuck. It's Flip and Ironbeard in the back for lap 3. Into the Pennybacker Bridge. Crazy Canuck will hold a lead. Let's see how he comes out to the turn. He's ahead.
Ouch.
James Ironbeard goes over after hitting the wall in the Vista Valley. Crazy Canuck will take a win, even on his side after the finish. It's almost celebratory. You have Arlo and Flip coming in for second and third. Wow, a sub 14 time yet again. These are very good times, folks. And then James Ironbeard on his side, sliding quite a distance after a hiccup entering the Vista Valley.
Let's see this again. Ironbeard oversteers into the wall, bounces, flips, slides and rolls, losing position to Arlo and Flip. Arlo able to hold off Flip, but there's no shot catching up with Canuck, who's way out ahead. Flips at the end, but a stellar run no less. A little pile up there after the finish. What a wonderful time. Definitely something he can be proud of.
All right, taking a look at the scoreboard after 3, we've got Flip still in the lead. James Ironbeard has a deficit, but it's nothing he can't make up with 5 laps to go as we enter the conclusion of the first rotation. That's Flip in the rear. Arlo is also in the back. The Crazy Canuck will be operating from the outside front, and that leaves James Ironbeard in pole position for lap 4, the conclusion of the first rotation. James holding his lead. Canuck is over on 2 wheels.
Goodness.
Arlo will pass. Flip will pass in the turn on James Ironbeard, and they're into the finish. Oh, my goodness. We've got 1, 2, and 3 here. So it's Flip, James Ironbeard, and Arlo in that order for race 4. We've got a sub 14 time. Once again, that will be held by Flip. Now for Crazy Canuck, he's on his side. Once again, he went over in the Vista Valley. It is unfortunate. Theodore, what do you make of this one?
This is the best lap we've seen so far. You've got Ironbeard out in front, desperate to make up for race 3. Canuck flipping, Arlo passes on the outside. Watch Flip passing Ironbeard into turn 2. Back-to-back passes. That was aggressively great racing.
Well, 100%. Flip came to play. He's got the lead with 14 points, and it's a trio of first place finishes within the first 4 laps that give him that score. A pair of 7s to James and Crazy Canuck. Arlo holding strong with 10 points. And we'll head into race 5. We've got Crazy Canuck and Arlo in the back. Flip is in pole position, and James will be on the outside up front. This begins the second rotation of 4 laps. Drivers will head into the Pennybacker Bridge. Got a contest between James and Arlo here. He gets checked, and Arlo will fall back from James. Crazy Canuck holding on. James will spin. This is an opportunity for someone to pass. Arlo takes a crack at passing James Ironbeard right at the line. We'll take a look and see how that happened. Arlo really making a run for this one. And we have a lap time record, 13.4200. Wow, Flip setting that one, not surprised.
Yeah, definitely not surprised there. Flip setting records. Watch Ironbeard checking Arlo into the wall. It's the first moment of their rivalry in race 5. Arlo fights to close the gap. Opportunity strikes when Ironbeard spins and slows. Into the final straight, Arlo jumps the pass. I think we need a second opinion on this one. What do you say?
I feel great about James hanging on to the win here, but we will go to the finish cam and take a peek. So we've got Flip in for the win. Here comes Arlo making that run on James, and he comes up short. James Ironbeard will take second. Arlo for third, and Crazy Canuck rolls in for 4th. Now Crazy Canuck has 8 points over 5 laps. We've got 3 more to go, so he's gonna have to get the hammer down here. Flip holding strong still with 18 and lots of first place finishes. James with 10, Arlo with 12 points, but he's in pole position here for race 6. Flip's on his outside, gonna give him a hard time. Crazy Canuck and James Ironbeard in the back for race number 6.
We've seen this in the first half. Arlo with the advantage, fighting off Flip. He's staying ahead, cutting in front of Flip, holding him off. Canuck and Ironbeard hanging back. Arlo doing a great job holding the line. Can he maintain in the final straight? He spins. Flip passes at the finish. Oh no! Flip takes race 6 in the final breath, followed by Canuck and no Ironbeard. What a triumphant pass. Oh wow, look, there's Ironbeard. How did he get down here?
Well, that's a great question, and I think we're going to need to get a camera over there in what should be called the Bermuda Triangle.
Yes, that's a good name.
So we've got a 14.1 on the clock. Not the best time, but it is pretty good. Now, here on the replay, Arlo holding off Flip. Does a great job of this throughout the whole run. We got Crazy Canuck and James Ironbeard sort of limping through that Bermuda Triangle. And then here is the pass, the Flip overtake on Arlo. It's just gorgeous. And Flip will sit in the lead with 22. He's looking pretty good to advance here. Crazy Canuck and James Ironbeard tied with 10. There's a battle. And Arlo with 15, looking pretty strong here. Now, here's where James Ironbeard wound up. Probably the Bermuda Triangle doing its thing once again. It's safe to say that the Deep Eddy Raceway is telling us what it wants. And it wants to see how these things happen. So we'll get that camera over there eventually. In the meantime, it's into race number 7. James Ironbeard and Flip in the rear. And that is Arlo up front. It's Crazy Canuck in pole position. Here we go.
Look at Canuck there with a healthy lead. Ironbeard staying close. Arlo and Flip bringing in the rear. Ironbeard staying steady into the first 90. Pops Canuck. Spins. Struck by Arlo. Flips. Oh no. Passed by Arlo. Over the edge. Flip passing Arlo at the finish. Taking second place. Oh my goodness. That was absolute chaos. So much just happened.
Well, folks, we told you the vans were going to go wild. And yeah, a lot just happened. And we found James Ironbeard's favorite place to go, and it's right here. Ace Ventura down there, not gonna be happy about a couple of cows that are no longer with us.
Oh no, yes, the pet detective is not going to love this. I have heard that at 1/64 scale, the cow is quite the resilient animal. We'll be praying for them anyway. What a race that was, and it's not a blazing fast time, but surely packed, full of drama, putting on a show indeed.
Yeah, it's not the best lap time, but a win is a win, and that's what these guys are looking for. Crazy Canuck extending his lead into the Vista Valley. We've got a push here from James Ironbeard, who sends himself into a rollover. He gets back up for a second there, and then Flip just dumps him off and makes a beeline to overtake Arlo at the line. He'll pick up second place points here, but it's the Crazy Canuck who gets the win, and Arlo will take third.
Arlo is consistent, finishing second and third mostly, and with 8 laps, you can really bolster a solid position on the leaderboard. Arlo's in second with 17, behind Flip, dominating with 25 points.
Okay, so Flip is advancing with that score. James Ironbeard is headed home. He's got a joyride here. All eyes on the Crazy Canuck. If he can win this lap, he will advance instead of Arlo. The drivers are down into the 90 and the Pennybacker Bridge for the last time today. James will come out on front, hits the wall. Flip hits Ironbeard. Canuck hits the group. He seems to be stalling. James is holding off Flip. Flip is pushing. He's gonna try to break away. James wants a lap win today, and I think he just got it, ripping it from the grasp of Flip right on the home stretch at the last moment. Just going out in style.
Wow, what a proper fight for the win by Ironbeard. Holding off Flip is no small feat. Look there's Arlo and Canuck. Let's take a look again. Canuck really did try to break through. Quite the aggressive tackle, but he must have broken something there, because that was it for Crazy Canuck.
And I can confirm that. We just got word from his team that Crazy Canuck did break an axle there on the last lap.
Wow, a broken axle. Taking these vans to the breaking point really seems to be the only way you can come out victorious. I suppose they call that going for broke. Sorry, I do love puns.
Oh, we're having fun.
Let's check in now with the leaderboard, and there you have it. Flip and Arlo will be advancing on today, thanks to all the others for the great racing. Absolutely.
Yes, James Ironbeard and the Crazy Canuck, thanks so much for coming. We appreciate you. A lot of consistency from Arlo and big points from Flip.
Big points, track records, and a beautiful way to break in the new Deep Eddy Raceway.
And it's exactly that kind of perspective that we love about Mr. Theodore Braves. Thanks for coming to help us kick things off here on the new track. We really appreciate it. So Theodore, before you head home, anything you want to do in the meantime?
Well, how about a tour, old chap?
We can do that. Anything in particular?
I couldn't help but notice the silhouette of some sort of muscle car lurking in the cave, just over there.
Well, I don't have much, but I do have this. A guy named Bruce buys this property behind Turn 4, comes with a moon tower, and this cave. And the cave was apparently the big selling point. Other thing I know is that he is always watching. Well, guys, it's like I already told you, all right? It's not gonna happen. They're not coming out. The door's locked, all right? Bus is closed, fellas, all right? This was one race, okay? Theodore's going home, all right? Don't expect any more, okay? Now listen, wait, what? Who? DCI? You're from the DCI? Listen, I don't know what you're talking about, all right? Listen, show's over, guys, okay? It's a lovely car. I can't believe 12 of you came out of that limo. I mean, man. Oh yeah, you guys don't forget, okay? Remember, right? It's very important, right? Live young, Diecast.